got married, and my better half is a vegetarian. And the meat portions on my plate kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller until they disappeared. And here I am. I thought, I had a good feeling. The difference was really good. I felt healthier, I felt lighter, and I said, let's give it a try. Let's go full on. I quit meat today. That's it. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, you would be almost vegetarian by the end of this speech. I guarantee you that. That's the aim of my speech. So what happened? My basic logic is that humans as such can survive on a herbivorous diet. We don't have to eat meat to survive. You can eat plants and still survive. There are so many people who do that. So why not go that way? I'm not here to preach 100% vegetarianism. I would say, okay, you can at least try and reduce your meat intake. I want to tell you how I felt. It's been 4 years, how I felt after I reduced my meat intake, and now I'm a complete vegetarian since 4 years. The first and the foremost thing is that I felt good inertly. So basically I feel light, I feel agile, I feel more active. Not that I felt particularly bad when I was a meat eater, but it just felt good. And it cleared my conscience. It's just that I know what goes inside my body now. And I read one of the reports which says that red meat or processed meat is probably carcinogenic. That's from World Health Organization. And I don't want that stuff in my body. So that's one of my main points. Secondly, I'm a lot healthier now that I'm a vegetarian. I'm a foodie. I love to eat food. And I used to be slightly overweight. But now that I'm a vegetarian, I can eat whatever I want and I don't put on weight. And I love that. So basically I can cheat, I can eat ice cream, I can eat all types of vegetarian foods, there are many, and I never go above 11 stones. Lastly, meat as such is really high in saturated fats. And that's like the worst type of fat. Red meat in particular, or processed meat in particular. So I would say, why go that way? You have vegetarian alternatives like corn or tofu, not the same, but they're much more healthier. Saturated fat leads to cholesterol, and then it leads to heart diseases and high blood pressure. So that's one of the main motivations for me to go vegetarian. Okay, so I want you guys to leave or stop eating meat today. I don't expect you to do that. But if you go that way, and if you want to try it out, I have 3 important factors for you. If you want to go that way, the main factor you need to consider is, what's your motivation behind it? So if your values innately are aligned to how humans treat animals or the environment, then go for it, stick to it. Be a vegetarian because you love animals. Or like me, if you just want to try it out for a year, reduce your meat intake or just be a vegetarian for a year and see how you feel, then I'll stick by it and find your motivation and just do it. Secondly, you get to try new foods. Trust me. You know that, you would say that, yeah, I've tried all vegetarian foods as side dishes. But then there's a whole plethora of different types of cuisines that are vegetarian. You'll find out different colors, new flavors, new textures over there, which will take your mind off the meat and it will focus on what's new and exciting. So these are the 2 major factors that you should consider if you want to go vegetarian. In conclusion, I would say that vegetarianism is a trend that's bound to continue. UK is the 3rd largest country which has the highest number of a percentage of population which is vegetarian, which is 14%. It's just after India, I guess. You have 29% of people among us who have opted for vegetarian diet, and it's increasing. I don't want to avoid you from your turkey roast or fish and chips. Obviously have that. You can have your cheat days. You can go slow. But then try and opt for a greener diet. That's what I want to say. Try to do it this year. Just resolve. Maybe it's a resolution for next year or the remaining half of the year. Try going a greener diet. Try ordering something green rather than a steak. There is a mushroom steak if you want to try it out. It tastes delicious. All I would like to say at the end would be, it's a healthier option, it's a better option, and you never know, you might take it, but you might not go back to non-vegetarian diet like me. Thank you.